We are just hours away from the first and only debate the vice presidential candidates will have before the election. One America's Emily Miller takes a closer look at the candidates and the role their religion has played in the election.
The debate tonight between Tim Kaine and Mike Pence is likely to be very different than the presidential debate. That's because both these men are religious and openly talk about their faith. But while they're both openly Christian, their politics are very different.
I accept your invitation to run and serve as Vice President of the United States.
The next Vice President, my friend, Senator Tim Kaine.
Both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump picked men who are strongly religious as their vice presidential nominees. Pence and Kaine have been open about their Christian faith on the campaign trail. Pence, the governor of Indiana, was raised Catholic, but has been an evangelical Christian all his adult life.
We pray that Jesus Christ would draw very.
Tim Kaine, the senator from Virginia, is a lifelong Catholic. He was at his longtime parish church in Richmond on Sunday. But it wasn't always so peaceful there. In August, Catholics protested against Kaine outside with signs like this one: "You can't be Catholic and pro-abortion."
Tim Kaine claims to be a devout Catholic, but directly contradicts the teaching of the church, the settled teaching of the church when it comes to marriage and life.
Kaine has flip-flopped on these issues.
When he was running for state office in the state of Virginia, he was actually pro-life. He was pro-natural marriage. But at some point, I think he frankly decided that he had aspirations for national office in the Democratic Party and realized, okay, something's going to have to give, either his Catholic integrity or his political success. He chose political success.
One of the main reasons that Hillary Clinton picked Kaine as her running mate was his religious beliefs.
He has worn his Catholicism on his sleeve. I think that Clinton and Kaine are hoping to appeal to Catholics.
Mike Pence has consistently put his faith before politics.
He said he was a Christian first, a conservative second, and a Republican third. That is perfectly consistent with what he's always done. The irony is that Mike Pence, when it comes to these non-negotiable moral issues for Catholics like life and marriage and religious freedom, is actually a better Catholic than the so-called devout Catholic, Tim Kaine.
Polls show that 75% of Americans consider themselves Christian. So you can expect both Mike Pence and Tim Kaine to reach out to them in the debate tonight. And you can watch that here on OAN at 9 p.m. Eastern. Emily Miller, One America News, Washington.